Howdy, howdy, just an update video on Jack Hoth, The Legendary Journey, which is the settled title for the game. This is the third incarnation of this particular game, the first one being the parody RPG slash fan game, then the very anti-PC adventure of Fuckface. Now I'm kind of doing halfway in between with mostly parody stuff, parodies of the YouTubers and whatnot, instead of just them being in it, so it's a commercial game. I can't use their likenesses, but I can parody them. So, kind of in between the two games. I'm kind of pulling back on the the hardcore anti-PC attitude, while not abandoning certain jokes and points to the humor, satire. There was a lot of satire in the second version especially. So I'm not abandoning the stuff that I think was really good and worked really well. I'm not abandoning anything that I really enjoyed and thought worked, but some of the more aggressively anti-PC stuff, just to be anti-PC, that I'm kind of leaving to the side. So, and I may have talked about some of this stuff in the first video I did. There was an update. So, you can kind of see I've gotten pretty much all the enemies back in the game with their dialogue. I'm going to be going back through everything probably more than once just to check everything over. Sorry about that. I've tried to work on it, but I cannot seem to talk sometimes without the crap happening. Sorry. I try. But we can't help the way our mouths work. So anyway, I'm getting all the enemies back in. Most of them are back in. I just need to go ahead and, check on some of the dialogue and stuff again. Try and rework some of the stuff that's still a bit stiff. So this update video, I was going to just do a quick series of these because I tried recording just a long one and it ended up being like 50 minutes long, so I'm just going to kind of shotgun this and go over each individual, there I go again, each individual thing that I wanted to talk about, just quick videos. So as you can see, that was the first thing really right there, was just most of the enemies are back in with their dialogue. So as you can see here, Area 2, and we've got some new stuff going on. I guess the other thing I'll talk about in this particular video, just so it isn't, oh, the enemies are here, is treasure chests. There's going to be treasure chests scattered all throughout the game. Enemies will be dropping keys for them, and they give you random stuff. Gold, well, money, items, possibly even armor or weapon. A piece of armor or a weapon. So, you're going to be able to find these all through the game. So you can see we've got people in here, NPCs. Everything's looking nice and lovely. Got a lot of new faces, a lot of the just kind of keeping to the theme of the enemies and the dialogue, trying to rework dialogue that was kind of clunky, and leaving out stuff that I thought was just didn't really need to be in the game or just didn't work. I've added in a lot of new NPCs, gotten rid of ones that were, again, kind of clunky. The jokes didn't really work, weren't that good to begin with. And, there's lots of new stuff, and I'm going to be going over some of those things in the next couple, 3 videos. So that's really all this one was about, was just, generally the game is on track. So far I've gotten up to Area 4, I've been adding in all of the dialogue, the environmental stuff. Area 4 was very heavy on environmental stuff, whereas some of the other ones, I kind of pace the game to where sometimes there's a lot of stuff in the environment, sometimes there's not, so there's a little bit of an ebb and flow to the amount of content going on. so you're not constantly being bombarded with stuff. There's some breathing space in there. I write poetry and make music, so there's always going to be some cadences to the way I do things, even in games. So, yeah, just for example, I can show you one of the houses here inside. So yeah, I mean, all this stuff has dialogue on it. The beds and the cabinets and all of this stuff. Outside, all the piles of wood. This area doesn't have anything. That's just decoration. But all the tree stumps, all this stuff here, and all that stuff here, sometimes it's just decoration, but for the most part, if there's something out in the environment that's not like just trees, usually I don't put dialogue on trees. I've gotten all the tombstones back. This is the graveyard of the pro wrestlers. I put the graveyard in the original game, and I needed to put somebody names on there, and I thought, well, it's there, why not go ahead and use it for something? So, like George Steele just recently passed away, so I've added some new ones in, unfortunately. In fact, just a few days ago, Rosie, let's see, is this one? Yeah, Matthew. That's probably still wrong. But oh well, yeah, Rosie, worked with Hurricane. Rosie and Jamal, I think, was the first tag team he was part of, but he just recently passed away just a few days ago. I think he was only like 47 or something like that. So yeah, lots of dialogue and stuff, so this area's taking a while, but that's what I've been working on, getting all the environmental dialogue and all that stuff back into the game. Yeah, that's my goal currently has been to get all the old stuff back into the game and then finish all the new stuff I've been putting in. So that is pretty much everything I wanted to cover in this particular video, so I'll go ahead and leave you with that. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe so you know when I put new videos up. Leave a comment if you want. And I'm going to be putting up a series, hopefully I'll be getting it up, about how to make an RPG game. My way of doing it. Just, not so much how to use RPG Maker, MV in this case, but just generally how to make an RPG game. Some of the stuff that other people tend to forget about. Or maybe I do things differently because my background is in writing and music rather than, ooh, I want to make games. I came into this as an additional skill set on top of things I've already been doing. So my outlook might be a bit different than other people's, so I'm planning to get that up eventually. About the best I can offer. It could be within a few days, it could be never, the way I do things. But I'm planning to do it, and I'm going to try and push myself to get the videos done and start putting them up. So, get that out of the way. And as for the AZW, if you're one of the very few people that were watching AZW, I'll probably record some of that stuff off and on, but YouTube has not been working very well lately for anyone, really, but it is like, I put up all those videos, I was getting some views on those videos, and AZW is a fantasy slash e-fed that I do on YouTube. If you're just watching this video from something else, it's a pro wrestling thing that I do, using the game No Mercy with an emulator, and then I have my own guys and everything in it, and have them have matches and stuff. And I put up a whole bunch of videos, and I lost money. For some reason, putting up more videos and getting views on those videos, YouTube, I don't make more than a few dollars anyway, or I wasn't then, but since I put up those videos, it's tanked down to like under $1 the last time I looked, and I don't know what the fuck is up with YouTube. I don't know what the deal is, why it feels like I'm being punished for putting more content up, but that's really what it feels like. So I'll do AZW when I feel like it, but, you know, getting a handful of views here and there, plus feeling like YouTube's punishing me for putting up more content, I don't feel motivated to spend a lot of time working on it. Sorry, but that's just the way it is. But I will continue to do update videos for the game, since this actually ties into something else, rather than just trying to do content for a system that at times, especially recently, feels like it's trying to get rid of the people who built it, and instead is trying to cater to big business more and more and more. So we'll just have to all keep an eye on that situation and see how it goes. YouTube might be on its way out, and we'll all be moving to other platforms or something, I don't know. But that's really a completely different topic. But it is what it is, so I'll stop rambling and let you get on with your lives, or move on to the next video, as the case may be. So thanks very much for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.